Hello, thanks for clicking. I'm Mark Morse. Today I'm entering a contest to celebrate Randall Weaver's 500th video. What Randall is asking us to do is to pick 5 records that we have listened to 100 times or more. And this is so exciting for me because I love to talk about the records I love. And I have so many records that I've listened to 500 times or more, or 100 times or more, probably 500 times or more, to be honest. So I wanted to get my entry in before the due date, April 30th. I'm going to link to Randall's channel down below, and you can go right to his contest rules and participate yourself. I tried to stay away from some of the obvious choices. Of course, I've listened to just about every Beatles album at least 100 times. I've listened to Neil Young albums lots and lots. What are some other ones? I've listened to a lot of stuff a lot of times. I tried to do a little Alice Cooper. That's one, and that Alice Cooper, Billion Dollar Babies, and Welcome to My Nightmare. I've listened to those a lot. I've talked about most of those albums, though, on other videos, so I wanted to be a little fresh with this one. A little fresh. I'm getting a little fresh, guys, and talk about some different ones. So I'm going to start off with David Bowie, Space Oddity. This came out in 1969. And I don't think this was the first David Bowie record I got. I think the first one I probably bought was Ziggy Stardust. And I've listened to it a zillion times too. But I have listened to this album, I'm sure, way over 100 times. This is the actually all these records are the actual ones I started listening to. So you can tell what a mess this is in. The inner sleeve is all tore apart and stuff. I have it safely wrapped in some rice paper now, but I love this album. I love every song on it. I don't think I've played it more than Ziggy Stardust, though I may have. I really love this album, and I played it a lot. Learned all the words by heart, of course, and sang along with it all the time. So that's number 1, David Bowie, Space Oddity. Then number 2 is one... came out in 1978. The Boomtown Rats, A Tonic for the Troops. There's old Bob Geldof there. I loved every song on this too. Just sang along with it all the time. Rat Trap, I Never Loved Eva Braun. Mary of the Fourth Form, Don't Believe What You Read, Joey's on the Street Again. This doesn't have the big, I Don't Like Mondays. I have that album too, and I've listened to it a zillion times also. But I love this record. Still love it today. These are records I haven't replaced in my collection yet. The records themselves are in... not great shape because they really have been played hundreds of times, and it was back in the days when I wasn't as careful taking care of my records. The next one is John Prine, Bruised Orange. This came out also in 1978, I believe. I had an older brother, Terry, that had a big influence on me. He brought this home one day. I fell in love with it almost instantly. Just some great songs on here, fun to sing along with. Again, this album is in pretty tough shape. There's the record. It didn't come with that. It came with a paper sleeve, of course, and I'm assuming John Prine did that himself. Some great artwork. So number 2 is John Prine, Bruised Orange. Then number 3, oh man, this one's even more worn than I thought. Gary Newman and the Tubeway Army replicas. I went through a phase where I just couldn't get enough of Gary Newman. I bought a lot of his records. I also love David Bowie, obviously, and there's a song on Scary Monsters called Teenage Wildlife, and it's rumored that the verse about brand new thing and same old drag, that was about Gary Newman. He felt that Gary Newman was making a career off a persona that he had created. But I've always loved Gary Newman too. This had I'm trying to think, the big one that you may have heard is Down in the Park. Down in the park where the chant is death, 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 till the sun cries morning. But I've heard Our Friends Electric played sometimes. I love this album in high school. Still love it today. That is number 4. So I have David Bowie, Boomtown Rats, John Prine, Gary Newman. The last one came out in 1985. And this is the actual record, just like the rest of them. The Smiths' Meat is Murder. This is the first... Man, this thing's in bad condition. I don't even think I'm going to take it out of the wrap. There's looks like some blood stains on there or something. But this was the first Smiths record I ever had, and I fell in love with it immediately. That joke isn't funny anymore. Nowhere Fast. Every song on here is awesome. Let's see. I bet the inner sleeve is kind of... Oh, yeah, this one's pretty bad. I have it in that paper now, but there's the inner sleeve. Just making sure there's no blood on this thing. And that is Meat is Murder. And I guarantee you I've listened to each of these albums at least 100 times. At least 100 times, probably many, many more. So that was so fun for me to do, to talk about these records. Please go and check out Randall's channel. Links below. Participate in the contest. And not that he needs any support from me, he's doing fine. But if you go over there, you might as well give him a sub, because he has a great channel. Great guy, love to listen to him talk. Reminds me, his vocal style reminds me somewhat of Norm Macdonald, my favorite comedian, Norm Macdonald. Something about his voice reminds me of Norm Macdonald. Why don't you go over there and give it a listen, see what you think. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.